Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, today we are going to discuss about spinner in Android. What is a spinner? Spinner is a widget. It let user to select one item among all item. Okay, spinner can display multiple items. When I tap on that, in that item I can pick only one item and it will show that item as a selected one. See our screenshot. By default, spinner selected first item as a selected one. Okay. So when I tap on this spinner item, right, the spinner widget, it will show a pop-up like this, a small pop-up that is anchored to that spinner widget. So these are the options that spinner is showing. Among all these options, I can select only one option at a time. When I tap on any option, right, this pop-up will be disappeared immediately. Now let's see how to create a spinner with like this in Android. I have an activity. I don't have any code here, only XML file is attached with that. I'm going to that XML file. I have one spinner in the center of the screen, and this spinner is rendering list of items, right? What items it is rendering. So that we can give using entries property. Android entry is equal to array fruit. This entry I have created in string.xml file. Go to string.xml file. I have created string array with the variable name fruits. So what are the items? Apple, orange, lemon, watermelon, mango. Now I am referring that string array at array slash fruit. Okay, I am giving that into spinner using entries property. Now I am running app and see how it looks like. Our app is running, it is launching. See, by default first item is selected. Inside fruit we have a first item, right? Apple. Apple is showing as a selected one. Now when I tap on this one, it is giving list of options. See, when I tap on watermelon, it is showing as a selected one, and immediately that pop-up is disappeared. See, okay. Now see, this pop-up is anchored to that widget position. If you place this spinner at the top of the screen, right, top right here, your pop-up will be coming near to this place. So always this pop-up is the right list of pop-up items. This is anchored to the position of a spinner item. Now if you feel this is not looking good, we have an option to modify that as well. That is called spinner mode. Spinner mode equal to drop down is by default. That is why it is looking that is this is anchored to that position. If you modify this to a dialog, instead of showing that as a pop-up that is anchored to the widget, it will render at the center of the screen. See, now reset this to the drop down one and run the app. Okay, this is the default spinner widget. Now we don't have any adapters attached with that, right? So all of our spinner and its item is rendered using XML properties. Now I'm removing this property. Okay, instead of directly giving all other fruit items using XML property, now I am going to give one adapter. Okay, that adapter will take care of rendering all our spinner items. To do that, just get a reference to that spinner first. Find view by ID of what we are finding, spinner, right? Spinner, and ID for the spinner. What is that? Spinner ID. Okay, save it in a variable spinner equal to. Now for this spinner I am setting a adapter. Okay, so adapter equal to what adapter? It will take array adapter by default. Array adapter of first context I'm passing and layout file. So now this array adapter is rendering that list items, right? Every item. So every item should take one layout file. So how it looks like, that layout file we need to give. For example, Android dot or dot, we are taking a layout from Android itself. because Android is having lots of XML file pre-built in. Take one simple spinner drop down item. Okay, this one. So this is the layout for one item, and inside that one item, inside that one layout, what we are going to display? Fruits, right? That is fruits. Now we have a fruits, right, in our string file that we need to get. So this is under resource file. So resources dot get string array. This is okay. Get string array of what is that ID? R dot array dot fruits. R dot array dot fruits. Okay. Now our spinner is attached with one adapter. That adapter will take care of rendering fruits using this layout. Okay. Make sure you have removed that item property. Okay, this we have removed here. Let's run the app and see how it looks like. It should look same, but instead we are using adapter. Direct instead of giving XML property, now we are using adapter to render all items. Okay. Now what if you want to have any item selector listener for this? When user selecting this one, if you want any trigger, that we can do using spinner widget. I'm setting listener for that. Okay. We have a property called on item selector listener on set on item. Yes, this is that on item selector listener equal to, okay, give one function on item selector listener. Okay, now we have to override those methods. Those methods will be called when user taps on that particular item. We have a two method. First one, when user taps on one item, this method will be called. When user have selected nothing, this method will be called. Okay, most of the time we will go with this option. Okay, let's display a toast in this place. When user select any item, display a toast. What is that message? Selected item. Okay, we have a selected position here, so using that position get the items, and then duration for the toast dot length. I am displaying that as a short one and show. Okay, now I'm running app and see whether the item selector listener is working or not. Our app is running. By default, see, apple is selected. Okay, I'm changing that to orange. Orange is selected. Now I'm selecting lemon. See, every time when I select item, right, pop-up is showing. Now see, we are using this layout, right, to render one item. So every item is there, right? This is rendered using this spinner layout item. Now, if you want to change or if you want to give custom layout for every item, what we have to do? That we can do using our custom adapter. So create your custom array adapter. Okay, I have created a fruit adapter that is taking context and fruit item. So what adapter will do? It will take layout file to render and what item it should display inside that layout. Two properties we need to give, right? One is what items it should display and what is the layout. Here is the layout for that list item, and here is the data item that we are going to display inside that list item. Okay, see, I have created a fruit adapter that extends array adapter because spinner takes array adapter. Now I am customizing it by extending. I'm passing context and the fruit inside this. Now inside our get drop down view get view method, we are calling a same init view method. Inside init view method we are using our fruit item. See, this is our fruit item. Instead of default pop-up item, we are using custom item. Now every fruit item looks like, at the left hand side we have some image, right side we have a text view. Okay, so I'm inflating that layout. This is that entire view. Inside that view we have one text view that is called fruit name that we are finding. This is the fruit name. For that fruit name, we are setting a text to that particular item. What is that particular item? Fruits of that position. Okay. Position is what? If you are rendering 5 item starting from 0 to 4, it will keep on calling. Okay. So when 0 is coming, it will take 0th position of that fruit item. It will add into the 0th view. First fruit into first view, second fruit into second view. Okay. This is how it will go. Now let's run the app and see whether our custom spinner item is looking fine. Huh? App is running. See, by default app is selected. It is showing the custom spinner item now. See, lemon, watermelon. So this is all about spinner, friends. So spinner is a widget. It can display multiple items. See, multiple items. When I tap on that one, among multiple item, I can select one item that will be shown as a selected one. By default, it will select the first one. When I select any item, right, immediately that pop-up will be disappeared. If you want, you can modify that spinner type using spinner mode property. Default is drop down. It will be anchored to that spinner widget. If you modify that to dialog, it will shown as a dialog one. So thank you for watching this video, friends. I hope this video will be useful for you. Let's meet in the next session.